Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you are ready to get involved with some great read alouds involving math and numbers. I will be back with you to share what we'll be doing. Okay, let's get started this morning. I am excited to be joining in a collaboration with Ingrid over at Mama and Mia Homeschool Chronicles. We will be doing 5 must-have read aloud by subject. And today's subject that we'll be talking about, of course, is math. I'm going to start with my youngest, who is a preschooler, and share some of the read aloud books that we are enjoying right now. He just turned 4, so my 4 book, my First Steps to Math, is his favorite book, or his favorite number, I should say right now. Inside here, little Mr. 4, he has all kinds of math and issues and problems to solve. It says this is little 4. 4 lives in the house of 4. The house of 4 has 4 rooms. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just so sweet. It goes through everything, has something to do with the number 4. Every day, little 4 goes for a walk to the zoo. Sometimes he goes to the zoo. At the zoo, little 4 sees 3 monkeys in a tree and 1 monkey on the ground. How many monkeys does he see? Of course, it's number 4. And it just goes through, it talks about, it teaches them how to recognize numbers, how to add numbers together. Then little 4 finds 4 balls in the path. He sees 1 seal on a rock, 3 seals in the water. Are these your balls? He asks. Yes, 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 they say. Of course, there must be 4 yeses because there are 4 seals. And the illustrations are really cute. I just love these books. I have the whole series. They go 1 through 10. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're awesome. So this is the first book that we're doing. And we're going through this. We repeat this book because he loves it. This is one of his favorite books that he will grab and want to go through. And he is learning math concepts. We're talking about his favorite number 4. And so this is one of the books that I have chosen to share with you for read alouds. The next book is Bear Counts. Super colorful, fun, illustrated book. And of course, we're going to do some counting. And we're going to look here. All the polka dots on the page. Bear Counts, Karma Wilson. Illustrations are beautiful. Look at this big happy bear sleeping against the tree. Mouse and bear share breakfast. Basking in the morning sun. Bear looks up and points. And the bear counts. 1. 1 sun floating high. 1 giant dragonfly. 1 robin in her nest. Only 1 berry left. Numbers, numbers everywhere. Can you count along with bear? And each page goes through and it gives you beautiful illustrations. Once again, learning to add and count in order. It's the little pictures. The rabbit. Mouse and bear see hare. And hare calls out, howdy do. He's holding yummy fruit and the bear counts. Once again, bear is going to count. 2, the number 2. 2 paws which hold the treat. 2 apple crisp and sweet. 2 stumps of perfect chairs. 2 friends who love to share. Numbers, numbers everywhere. Can you count with bear? 1, 2. And it goes through each page doing something fun. I love the crow and the owl. And the little beavers. Just all the really cute pictures for the little ones. Like I said, this is great for toddlers, teaching them numbers, teaching them to go in order, sequences, adding, taking away. I love this picture. Frogs are hopping, the fish are jumping, the turtles are crawling, and the geese are making all kinds of noise. And of course, Mr. Beaver is happy sitting there watching everything go by. So this is just a fun. And the badger and the mole, just great. It's got 4, Mason's favorite page again. 4. 4 fish, splish and splash. 4 geese waddled past. 4 turtles on a log. 4 croaking, hopping frogs. Numbers, numbers everywhere. Can you count along with Bear? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then it continues to go through with great illustrations going through each page. Such a nice book. I love to see all the animals. Mason loves all these. So pretty. So this is our second book that we really love. We love the color, the illustrations, and all the great things we're learning. We love numbers and we love math. The last one for Mason's age group, for toddlers, which this can go older, and I will show you why, but it's called Bedtime Math. The Truth Comes Out. This is a fun book. If you haven't gotten this book and you have little ones, it's great. So Bedtime Math, The Truth Comes Out. And I love how this was dedicated. It says, "To Mom and Dad for giving me a playful childhood where numbers were part of the fun." And numbers should be fun, and math should be fun, and learning should be fun. Of course, there's times we struggle, but we can make it fun by adding games and lots of fun things. It says, "We all know to read to our kids at night. But what about math? Bedtime math goal is to make math as common and beloved as bedtime stories and activities that kids want to do. The way they seek out playtime or dessert. In this book, we show kids that numbers are fun and that we are surrounded by math and the most ordinary things around us. Our world becomes that much wackier and more amazing the more we discover the true nature of our regular lives." And it has a bunch more into the introduction, but I'm going to read that much. This is how to do bedtime math the fun way. It says, don't sweat it. It's an activity, not a test. Don't worry. And then don't sweat it, part 2. Any time of the day can work. We do talk about nighttime a lot, but bedtime math can become part of any routine: breakfast, carpool, dinner time, bath time. If you weave it into a daily activity, it can become a natural habit. And then you can stretch, and it's beautiful. It talks about those things. These are just funny little sayings. How did chocolate chips end up in a cookie? Can you ever have nighttime all day? This one I really like because this month our unit study is on space. And it talks about ice cream for astronauts. Do astronauts really eat ice cream? Of course they can. Well, now we know they can't have anything that is wet and messy foods, but we figured it out with scientists. In 1968, they discovered how they could make an ice cream bar that wouldn't be wet and messy. Of course, it didn't taste very well, but by 1972, the astronauts were eating regular ice cream in space, and only Earthlings visiting science museums still eat the dry kind. And then, of course, over here, what I like about this is it says wee ones, little kids, and big kids. And on the wee ones, it says, if you're counting up your astronaut ice cream ingredients, coconut, fat, sugar, milk, and chocolate, what numbers do you get? So what would you add up if you added all those? So we start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would have number 4 again, Mason's favorite number. And it just goes through, and it goes through different ones. So this is a story, Eat Your Way Through Town. And then, of course, it gives you the different categories. And I forgot to mention, there is a bonus question that they can ask. And a lot of times I do stickers. So if Mason is going to do the bonus and he gets it correct, we're going to add it to our sticker book. We have a nighttime sticker book. And this is fun to do with our math book. And it just goes through, there's several different ones in here. I like this one, Marshmallows for the Soul. How fun is that? When we dump lots of marshmallows into hot chocolate, we are sneaky because we know the marshmallows aren't any better for us than the drink. But those yummy white poofies were once a type of medicine. Long ago, people ate flowers of the marshmallow plant as a healthy food. Then in 1800, the French would grind up the plant roots, mix them with some gummy to hold it together, and whip it with sugar to make it taste good. We make marshmallows almost the same way today, except we leave out the healthy plant part. And that probably tastes better. So how interesting. It's got fun, interesting facts. It's got awesome math to add to your curriculum. It's just a wonderful read aloud. And like I said, you can add this to your morning basket. And it just goes through several. There are several different ones in here. So much fun. I love this book. It's a wonderful book. If you don't have it, absolutely ask me any more questions about it. I can give you more details. But it is a wonderful book to share with little ones. So I think you will enjoy it. Now I'm going to get into doing the books that my daughter is doing, and she is in 7th grade. A Fractions Goal, Parts of a Whole. And these have some fun. This is a good fun read aloud book. I like this one. Fractions are portions, a piece, or just a part of something that is larger, like the segment on this chart. I like that guy. I just like the illustrations, and I love just how they make math fun. Fractions also work with groups, like 2/3 of the players, 7/8 of the jugglers, and 1/2 of the mayors. We want to go here. It says, pretend you have 3 uncles, and 2 came for a visit. That would mean 2/3 were there. That's not so hard now, is it? Let's say that the 3rd one then showed up to join in all the fun. That's one whole group of uncles, 'cause 3 and 3 and over 3 equals 1 whole. And it just continues to go through. I like this. Fractions come in handy if you ever help with baking. You'll see them in the recipes for breads and cakes you're making. And this is another thing with Ava doing fractions and figuring out, having her measure and helping in the kitchen and cooking. It's just a fun, wonderful thing for the family to do, is cook and bake together. And it's just so helpful to have all the fractions, and gives you the hash. She is working on adding, multiplying, subtracting, and dividing in fractions, and just will be starting pre-algebra. So this is a good book for her to be using at this time. The second book that I have for Ava, which will make our 5th book, is Fractions in Disguise. And this is a fun book also. Of course, I love all books, so if you hear me say fun, you're going to think, geez, everything is fun. But they are. Some kids collect baseball cards. Some collect action figures. Me? I collect fractions. I've been collecting them for exactly 2/3 of my life. In my bedroom, shelves full of fractions, over 3/4 of the wall. Maybe it's because I was born during a half moon, or maybe it's because I'm 1/4 genius, 1/4 stubborn, and 1/3 determined, and 1/6 crazy. But for me, it all adds up to one thing. I can't get enough of those darn fractions. Cute. Just so many different ones they have in here. It goes through each one. I think I have this page picked out. It says, his fear provided true when the lights went back on, and the 5/9 was nowhere to be seen. Neither was Dr. Brock. So it just goes through it talking. He's looking for the 5/9, and he's thinking it is in this house, but he's not certain where it is. This one says, what's a reducer? It's a half a ray gun and a half a calculator made from a whole lot of paper clips, a whisk, some discarded computer parts, and sheer indignity. Sorry about that. What does it do? It removes and disguises from a fraction and reduces it to the lowest terms. And then it just goes through here. It shows us lots of things, different things, and how you test out things, how you get. Talks about Dr. Brock living in a mansion, and that had to be 1/10 of a mile tall. So it just goes through, and it shares with each one different parts of fractions, how we can make them fun, how to count them, how to reduce them. So it's a great book for her, something that we enjoyed reading and going through, and we will continue to finish reading this. But it was too late. I had already pointed to the reducer and dialed a 7. The 35 divided and became a 5, while the 63 divided and became a 9. There it was, right in front of me, the 5/9 I had been looking for. Very clever, Dr. Brock said with a sneer. I didn't think you had it in you. And it just goes to show you we can do anything we want to do if we put our mind to it, if we work very diligently on what we're trying to learn and we stick with it, we will get it. So once again, this was a collaboration that was done, and I will link below Ingrid from Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles down below in the description box. I will also leave a playlist of all the other ladies that are going to have some amazing videos for you to watch. So make sure you check out their channels. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe, and also click the notification bell so you will know when new ones come out. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed this collaboration. Have a beautiful, blessed day.